Log into Omni as a user with access to the finance module. Go to finance and go to receivables. This is the list of invoices that have been generated in the system. Go down and click on add one-time invoice. Choose the job that you wish to create an invoice for. So let's choose Loma IT Park. For the invoice date, let's choose 24th and click on save. Scroll down here and in the invoice item section, click on the button labeled add invoice item. So this would add a line into the invoice. So now these invoice items are unconnected to the BOQ. So you could invoice technically for any item that you wish to outside of the BOQ. So let's choose quantity as 1, unit as lump sum, rate as 30,000. We'd have to choose a sales ledger here. So let's choose contract sales and click on save. Let's add a service tax. So click on that order tax item. Let's choose service tax and click on add. Then we'll click on reload invoice. And the tax is reflected in the order tax amount. So that's the total. Let's add a discount of 50 rupees and other charges of 150 rupees. And click on save. If we're comfortable with the invoice, we've set up the items, we've set up all the different charges. If we wanted to, we could have added an attachment here. In that case, we would create the request approval button. So a notification goes out to the user with the appropriate approval rights, and he would have to now log into Omni to approve this invoice. So let's log out and log back in as a portal user. Go to the My Approval section, and this is the invoice that was just created for which approval has been requested. Let's click on Preview. And this is the invoice. And this is the amount. And this is the gross amount. So this looks okay. Let's approve it. And the invoice has been approved. So let's log out as the portal admin, log back in as the finance user. Go to Finance Receivables. And find the job for Loma. And these are the invoices. So this is the invoice we just created, the one approved for 24th, 34,600. And it's been approved. So we can view that here. And this is the invoice. So we can go ahead and take a printout of that, make PDF or Excel and email it to the customer, and then request his certification. So after the customer has said, okay, you know what, this invoice looks okay, and we'll certify the invoice, you need to record the certification. So let's record the certification here. So this is the invoice. So we're going to certify this invoice now. So we'll click on this check mark here to certify it. So this is the invoice number. This was the invoice amount. So the certification amount, let's say we say it's 34,000 instead of 34,600. Customer says, I'm not going to pay 600 rupees. And the invoice has been certified and the accounting entry is posted. So let's review those accounting entries. Let's go to Finance, Vouchers. And let's sort by date. And this is the invoice that we certified. So let's preview that. And this is the invoice. So it's 30,000 contract sales that was credited, service tax collected, a liability account that was credited for the service tax amount, 50 rupees discount, 150 rupees other charges, which is basically a reimbursement against other expenses, and 34,000 is the amount that the customer said he'll pay, so it's debited to sundry debtors, and 600 rupees is the amount that the customer doesn't wish to pay, so it goes into uncertified amount.